Hi there and welcome back to my channel, and in this tutorial let's talk about how you can run successful WhatsApp ads in 2024. Now when I say WhatsApp ads, you already know it's meta ads that redirect people to your WhatsApp from the ads. If you're watching this video and you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you need to go and start from the scratch of how meta ads work. And if you'd like me to do a video to teach you how Facebook or meta ads work, go to the comment section and type, yes, please teach me the basics of Facebook ads. And I'll do a comprehensive tutorial to take you from the beginner level to an extent that you can understand how meta ads work and how you can also run successful WhatsApp business ads. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Here we do tutorials to talk about how to make money online and also how to run successful sponsored ads on WhatsApp, because we are an advertising agency and we help businesses set up and manage successful adverts on Facebook, YouTube, and Google. Like, we've been doing this like forever, right? Now let's get back to business. Before you set up your WhatsApp ads for success, there are some things you need to do. You're not just going to be jumping into the ads manager to start setting up your ads. So let's start to look at them. The first one that you want to ensure to do is that you have a good offer that people cannot resist. You know what an offer is? An offer is what you're actually promoting, what you're actually advertising. If you're using a lead magnet, which is something you give out for free, you want to ensure that it is valuable. A lead magnet could be a free ebook, a free video, or a free class, but you want to ensure that it is valuable. That it is free does not mean that it should be one of your worst classes or one of the worst ebooks you've written. It should actually be something valuable that still speaks to the need of your target audience. But if you're going to be selling directly and you just want to be able to close the sale on WhatsApp, you want to ensure that what you're selling will attract people to buy. For instance, if you're selling a handbag that originally cost 50,000 naira, you can sweeten the deal by adding something else for free that also be attractive, something else of value, right? You can also use free delivery or even a refund policy, like a refund guarantee policy, as the catch. Basically, something to just catch people's attention, right? So your offer must be irresistible. Then secondly, you want to ensure that you have an engaging way of delivering your message to the audience that you're looking to target. You can use a flyer or a video. Now, even though videos convert the most, you can actually test both, right? So testing is how you get to know which one would work the best, all right? Then lastly, you want to ensure that you know the type of people you want to target before you even go into the ads manager, because certainly not everyone is your target audience. So you can research to know the interest, the behavior, and the demographics of your target audience. These days, I use ChatGPT to actually do this. I use ChatGPT to do my audience targeting, and it's really been helpful, right? So a lot of people are coming up with AI tools that are helping people optimize the performances of their ad. I recently saw one on YouTube. I had to just go and download the video, like the tutorial video, but I haven't yet watched it, right? So these days, people are coming up with AI-enabled tools to help people, run successful ads, and you want to take advantage of that. I think I even did a video some time ago to talk about how to do your research with the help of ChatGPT. I'm going to look for that video and link it in this description of this video. Now, like I said, not everyone is your target audience, so you need to do your research before you actually, go into the ads manager. You can also test out broad targeting, where you just leave the detailed targeting session empty. No interest, no demographic or behavioral target. So when it comes to targeting, there are a lot of methods. There are a lot of ways you can actually do the targeting. These days, Facebook is even coming up with something they call advantage targeting, where they are the one who use their AI system to actually find your audience. But I've tried that and I don't think I like it, right? So I've tried it for a client who does not have a lot of budget to spend, and the result was not exactly good, because before Facebook can actually get you that, before they can find that audience for you, a good percent of the money would have already gone, and this is someone who did not exactly have a large budget to spend. So you can actually use advantage detail targeting when you have at least enough budget to spend. All right, so testing is an integral part of ads. You need to test different elements to know which one is better or which one is going to resonate with your audience before you now scale. So you can test with different flyers, different videos, different audiences. All right, so different copies, advert copies, right? So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go to the ads manager. So I prefer to run my ads from the ads manager instead of boosting the ads. I know that a lot of people like to boost their ad, even though these days when you want to boost an ad, Facebook actually gives you the option. It gives you several options these days to work with. But then I still prefer the ads manager because it gives you more option and more flexibility. All right. Now, if you want to learn how to run ads from the ads manager, even from your smartphone, you can get my course over simple Facebook ads for smartphone users. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description of this video. So it's for smartphone users, but regardless, people who have desktop computers or laptops can actually still use it. The only reason why I had to do everything from the smartphone is for the sake of those who have smartphones and seem to not know how to navigate their way. So of course, the next thing we're going to be doing is that we are coming to the ads manager. This is my ads manager, and what you're seeing here are different campaigns that I've run for different people in the past, and also for myself as well. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to select a campaign objective. So this is where the success actually starts from, whether your WhatsApp ad is going to be successful or not. This is actually where it starts from. So when you click on create, we're going to be choosing the campaign objective that is most suitable to run a successful WhatsApp ad. And before we go further, I want you to know that the other things you also need to get ready for your WhatsApp ad to be successful is a Facebook page. Of course, you need a Facebook page, and then you need to also connect your Facebook. You need to also connect your WhatsApp business account to your Facebook page, right? So I'm not going to be doing that in this tutorial. So in another tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do that. If you don't already know how to do it, how to connect your WhatsApp business number to your Facebook page. And if you don't have a WhatsApp business account and you're wondering how to get it, I'm going to be showing you how to do that in that tutorial. So this is why you should actually, subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification bell, because here on this channel, we show you how to do everything to ensure that your business is visible. Okay. Now, the objective I'm going to be using is the sales objective. All right, so I'll click on the sales objective, and here you can see it says find people who are likely to purchase your products or service. Now, even if what you're going to be giving away is a lead magnet, you can still use this objective. All right, so because if you use the lead objective, you're not going to be able to run WhatsApp ads. You're going to either use Facebook is either going to allow you to use the instant form or the website lead generation method. All right, so but with this sales objective, you can actually still get people who are interested in your lead magnet or in whatever it is that you're looking to sell. All right, so the next thing, click on continue, and then it will bring us to this next phase and ask us to choose between manual or advantage plus shopping campaign. So I'll go with this manual sales campaign, and I'll click on continue. Then the next thing to do is to name your campaign. So let's say we'll just name it test WhatsApp ads. All right. Okay. Test WhatsApp ad. All right. So if you go through all of these other things, special category, here is, Facebook is telling you to select if your ad falls under some special categories that they have to know before you actually set up this ad on their platform. We have credit, employment, housing, social issues, election, or politics. So sometimes I actually run ads around some of these issues, and then Facebook comes back to tell me that they don't accept the ad, right? So I always have to now go back to select that, or tell them that my ad falls under any of this category. So if your ad falls under any of this category, you might actually want to do that. All right, then you can just leave all of this alone and then click on next. So all of this may not actually apply to your ad right now, so just click on next, and the next part we're going to is where we're going to be setting up the audience we want to target. So this is called the ad set level, and here we're going to be setting up where we want our ad to direct to. we're going to be setting up our audience, our budget, and also the places where we want to, our ads to show, which is the placement. So the first thing is going to ask you is to name your ad set. But if you don't want to name it, you can just, leave that alone. Usually I don't name my ad sets when it's not like, it's only when I'm duplicating the ads and I need to know which of them is which that I actually name them. But you can actually name yours as well. It's just for identification purposes. All right, so I'll now decide where I want to send people to. Choose where you want to drive sales. So we want to actually drive sales on WhatsApp. So I'll click on messaging apps. After selecting WhatsApp, the next thing you want to do is to select the page that you want to run the ads to. So if you have just one page, you can just maybe this is the only page you have on your Facebook account. You can just leave it at this. But if you have maybe 2 to 3 pages and you want to be able to select which of the pages you want to use for this particular ad, you can actually click on that button and then select the page that you actually want to use. All right, so let's me choose from. So I'm just going to look for a page that has a WhatsApp button. Okay, so let's say I want to use this particular page because it has a WhatsApp button. So after selecting the page, you're now going to select whether you want people to send you messages on Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, or you only want them to send you a message on WhatsApp. So in this case, we want people to send us a message on WhatsApp. All right. So I want tick Messenger and I want tick Instagram, and then I'll select only WhatsApp. All right. Then I'll scroll further down and here it says maximize. Okay, performance goal. So the goal that we actually want Facebook to achieve for us is to maximize number of conversations, because we want to be able to have conversations with people on our WhatsApp DM. There are other ones like maximize number of conversions. Okay, so I think you can actually choose between maximize number of conversations and number of conversions. We will try to deliver your ads to the right people to help you get the most website conversion. So I think this one is for website conversion. So we can just leave it at this first one. All right. And then the next thing we're going to do is to select our budget. So the list you can actually start from, the minimum at daily spend is 1,496 naira. So for people who live in, because we live in Nigeria and our currency is in naira. So but I'll just say maybe I want to do 2,000 naira per day. All right, so I want to spend 2,000 naira per day. And then you can actually schedule your ad to start from a particular date and to end on a particular date. All right, so they are actually these are all strategies, right? So whether you select a certain budget or you select a certain start date or an end date are all strategies that would actually determine the success of your ad. Usually I like to set an end date when the client has a particular amount of money that they have budgeted to spend, right? Because if you don't set a beginning and an end date, Facebook is going to spend your budget faster. All right, so you can select a start date and set an end date. Usually you'd want to set your ad to start from 4 a.m. of the next day that you started running your ads. So let's say, for instance, you started your ads today. You want to set up the ads to start from 4 a.m. tomorrow, because that is when people are often more online and Facebook would not waste your budget, during the day. All right. So that's that for the schedule. Then for this one that says budget scheduling, I think you just leave that alone. So a lot of things I may not be able to exhaust them in this tutorial, and that is why you want to get my Facebook ads course, because I delved deeper into a lot of things that you need to know. Then when it comes to setting up your audience, for location, you can choose to leave it at Nigeria, like the broad targeting, or you can choose to select the particular cities you want to actually target. But when it comes to running WhatsApp ads, I always advise people to select particular cities, and that's because when you're running WhatsApp ads, you don't exactly have a filter, right? If it were a landing page, people can actually filter through your landing page, and then the unserious ones can be kept at bay. But when you're running WhatsApp ads, a lot of people would want to click on that WhatsApp button because it's so easy. All right. But when you're running WhatsApp ads, you need to filter, do your filtering through your targeting. And one of the places to start from is your location. So what I usually do is to select specific locations that I actually want to target. And usually this would be locations within the country that I know they have people who have the financial capacity to maybe buy or whatever it is that I'm selling. So typically I'll target places like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, and some other cities in Nigeria. All right, that is if you're selling digital products, right? But if you're selling physical products and you want to be able to, target people that you can reach with your orders, you can, do that. All right. Then, when it comes to advantage plus audience, this is where I was saying that Facebook would, want to help you to target people with their, AI technology. It says our ad technology automatically finds your audience. If you share an audience suggestion, we will prioritize audiences matching this profile before searching more widely, right? So basically, the way this audience is right now, it's on advantage targeting. So, but if you want to switch to original audience option, you just have to click on this place and then say you want to switch. So you can say use original audience. So if you already have an audience saved, like you already have an idea of whom you want to target, and you've already done the targeting, and maybe you've saved it already, you can actually now you can switch back to that original audience targeting so that you can target, the audience that you have saved. All right. So for instance, I have saved a couple of audiences, right? So I'll just click on use saved audiences, then I'll just, go through the audiences I've saved and use a particular one. So let's say I want to use this make money audience. So I have already created this audience in time person. I was creating this ad for someone else, and um so you can see what I was trying to talk about. So I targeted people in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun State, Akwa Ibom, Lokoja, Port Harcourt, Rivers, Bayelsa State, and Nasarawa State. So if I want to edit this audience, I can go on ahead to edit it. But let's say, for instance, that you haven't saved any audience at all and you just want to create from the scratch, you just click on create new audience, and then you can now go on to select your location, put your age targeting, and then maybe you want to select a particular gender. You can also do that. Sometimes it will tell you that it will want to apply this advanced detail targeting by force, right? So it says we will use a broader audience when you use WhatsApp destination. So basically, I think that what Facebook is trying to do is that when you're running WhatsApp ads, sometimes you are not allowed to actually, do this detailed targeting where you're able to select a particular interest, a particular interest, a particular demographics, and also behavior. All right. So if you see it like this, what you can actually do is to save your audience. So you click on save audience, and then you can now edit it. All right. So when you edit it, you will now be able to select that detailed targeting. Let me just show you what I'm trying to talk about here. So once you've saved the audience, you can now click on edit, and then it will now take you to where you'll be able to edit it. So you can now edit it from here. You can edit the location, you can edit the gender, and then here is the detailed targeting option where you can now enter the interest, the demographic or behavior of people that you actually want to see your ad, right? So after you have finish entering all of this, you now click on update. All right, so the audience would update, and then your ad will now show to those specific audiences that you actually want your ad to show to. All right, so once you're done with the targeting aspect, the next thing is now comes to the placement, and the placement is you selecting where you actually want your ad to show. Again, Facebook will tell you that they are going to be using advantage placement, and this is them wanting to place your ad in places that they feel that your ad is going to perform better. But I usually like to use manual placement, especially when I have a minimal budget to spend. All right, so I wouldn't want people to be seeing my ad in random places and they are not going to be taking action. So I'm going to untick messenger, I will untick audience network, and if I don't want the ad to show on Instagram, because trust me, Instagram can be more expensive, so I'll untick Instagram and then I'll select only Facebook. All right, then I'll come to feeds, and then I'll leave Facebook feed. I'll untick Facebook Marketplace. I'll untick Facebook video feeds. Then I'll come further and check stories and reels. I'll leave it on stories and reels. Then I'll come to in-stream ad for video ads and reels, and I'll untick it as well. I'll untick this. Then for search result, I might just leave it on the search result. So you want to be taking note of your audience definition, like the audience size. As you're making changes in this place, it should also be affecting your audience size as well in this place. All right, so once you're done with here, you now click on no, not publish yet, because I think I did something and that's why it's showing publish. Usually it should show you next. All right, so I'll just click on next. and it's going to be taking us to the ad level. So here in the ad level is where you get to select your image or the video you want to use for your ad, and also write your copy. Now I usually advise people that don't write your copy here. All right, don't write your copy here. Write your copy before you actually enter into the ads manager, because if you come here you might be feeling pressure to write, things that you don't want to write. But writing it before you start your ad actually gives you time to think through what you actually want to write, because trust me, your copy and your video or your flyer are the most important part of your ad. All right, so you can also name the ad, or you can leave it like this. Then of course the Facebook page that you selected from the asset level is already here. Then it's going to be telling you to advertise on Instagram. Just ignore that. And then another thing is that you can actually select a post you've already made on your account. All right, so here where it says ad setup, you can, if you click on this drop down, you're going to be able to either use an existing post or you can create the ad from the scratch. So if I want to use an existing post, I'll just click on it, and then it's going to tell me to select the post from an already existing post on my Facebook page. All right, so I'll just click on select post. So let's say this is what we want to do. So I'll just say, let's say this is what I want to use. I'll just click on it, and then okay, so it says selecting this post with WhatsApp destination will change your call to action button to WhatsApp. Let's just click on continue, and so you can see now that it actually saves you from having to create the flyer from scratch. So let's say for instance you already have this post on your page, you can just go on to use it. All right, then your call to action button, send message, you can actually change it to, it can either be send WhatsApp message or send message. So let's say we want to use send WhatsApp message. It says if you choose not to include a button, the button on your original post will be blah 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 blah. I'll just click on update post, and so you're going to be seeing a preview of how the ad is going to be looking like. All right, so this is how the ad is going to be looking like when people come across it on Facebook. So I'm sure now that this is beginning to make sense to you, right? So this is how the ad is going to be looking like, and this is the preview. All right, so basically that's all here, except maybe you don't want to use this existing post. You can now change it back to create ad, and then you will now be able to select the post you want. Okay, let me just show you that. All right, so let me revert back to create ad so that we can select a post from my system. All right, so I'll come here and then I'll click on add media. So if I click on add media, I'll be able to either add an image or a video. So if I click on add video, I can either select from a video that's pre-existed on that I've already used before in the past to run ads, or I can upload one from my system. All right, so I'll remove this, and if it's an image I want to use, it's also the same process. Then this primary text, you now get to copy what you have written that you want to use for your ads. You copy it and paste it here, and then it's going to be your primary text. And then the headline, you can change it to whatever it is you want to change it to, something that is punchy and inviting. All right, so once you're done with this part, that's basically all. So here where it is, you can actually set the message that people would send to you when they click on your ad. You can just go on to do that. All right, so that's basically all about this part. All right, so you can see it's actually quite simple, not very hard. So a lot of people feel that Facebook ad is hard, and that's because they don't understand the strategies that they are supposed to use to get better results. So if you do this, you're going to be getting good results. All right, so I've talked about a lot of things, from what you need to do, getting your offer irresistible, to setting your ads proper on the ads manager. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond to all of them. So I'm also creating a WhatsApp community for my subscribers. So I'm going to be leaving the link in the description of this video if you want to join my WhatsApp community, where we're going to be, it's going to be an extension of this tutorial. So I'm going to be leaving the link so that you can just click on it and join the community, and I'll see you on the other side. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I wonder what you're waiting for. Hit on the subscribe button, and if you found this video helpful, also share it with people in your network, and also like this video so that YouTube can also help us to show it to more people who would be interested in a tutorial like this. And thank you very much for staying on to the end of this very long but valuable video, and I'll See you in subsequent tutorials. Of course, that is if you had subscribed.